Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an updated skincare routine. I always get questions in my videos when I'm barefaced, like at the beginning of tutorials and I'm applying primer. I notice people will always comment on that in the comment section and they want to know what skincare I'm using. Most of the products are, well, a lot of the products are things that I have mentioned in the past. They're kind of oldies, but I will say quite a few of these are products I've had for less than 4 months. And I will say that I think that they have really transformed my skin. If you're not familiar with my skin type, my skin is always dry year-round, but with some of these new products that I've been using, I've noticed that my skin is starting to turn around to kind of the normal side, and with it being wintertime, that's very rare. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and share this routine with you. I wore very minimal makeup today so you could see my skin. I really only wore makeup so my face would match my body, and I still feel like my body might be a little bit more tan, but oh well. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start on this. I'm going to start out with makeup removal. I've never been a huge makeup wipe person until the past couple months. In February, I went to New York and I got these makeup remover wipes and I have really been impressed with them, and they are the Garnier Micellar Makeup Removing Towelettes. So I really like these because A, they don't leave a film on my skin afterwards. Not that it matters because I end up washing my face anyways, but also they are very light in fragrance. I really don't even think they have that strong of a scent, and they do make my face feel soft afterwards. And so I feel like they remove makeup effectively, and really the only time I do use a wipe, sometimes I'll just go in with an actual cleanser. I use these wipes when I have done a really heavy makeup look, and they do take off my makeup really well. Alongside of the makeup remover wipes, I also use the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. Now these towelettes already have the water in them, but I don't like using the just dry kind of excess towel on my eyes. So what I'll do is I'll pour a little bit of this micellar water onto my leftover towelette, and I'll just use that to remove my eye makeup. That way I am sparing a few cotton balls and not wasting you know, the products that I use in my collection for other things. So yeah, the Garnier Micellar line, this is a newbie thing. Like I said, I got this at the beginning of February, and I just really have been so pleased with it. And if you're not familiar with a micellar water, basically there's something in this water that picks up your makeup and removes it a lot easier than what like a traditional makeup remover liquid would. To my understanding, that's pretty much how the micellar water works. Moving into cleansers, I always have an oil cleanser on hand. They are my jam. I feel like they are great if you do have dry skin. And the one that I've been using for probably the past 4 or 5 months is the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse. So Dermalogica did send me this several months ago. They sent me a lot of their skincare. I was actually already familiar with Dermalogica though, because I used to use it in college, and Pre-Cleanse was a product that I was already familiar with. So this is the oil cleanser I've been using simply because I ran out of my Bare Minerals Oil Obsessed, and this was the next guy up in my collection. And it's effective. I think it removes makeup fine. I will say it is pretty heightened in scent, so if you don't like, you know, strong scents, this may not be a product for you. It's also pretty pricey, so I feel like when I run out of it, I probably will go back to like my Bare Minerals Oil Obsessed, or I may try something different. But if you are already a Dermalogica fan, or if you are looking into trying Dermalogica, this is one of their staple products. I do think it's good. I do think it's good. Ugh. Okay, get it together. I do think it's a good product, but you know, Dermalogica is not a cheap brand. And this is just something that, you know, oil cleansers, I feel like a lot of them are just very similar, and this one, it doesn't blow me away, but it's good, it's effective, it gets the job done. 2 to 3 times out of the week, or anytime I'm wearing a heavy makeup look, I will use my Foreo Luna cleansing device. So this is basically the high-tech version of a Clarisonic, I guess you would say. I cannot use a Clarisonic on my skin. It is way too abrasive. It makes my skin feel tight and dry after I use it. I may be able to use it about once a week, and that's about it. But with the Luna, this is a silicone, I believe, like a rubbery silicone texture, and you have these little, you know, kind of like I don't know what you would call these little spikes on the front, and then the back is a massaging side. You can give yourself an anti-aging massaging facial, which is pretty cool. But I love this because A, it does not strip my skin, it doesn't dry my skin out, and B, it feels really good. I prefer the way this feels over my actual Clarisonic. So I use this only when I have worn a ton of makeup and I still feel like I have a lot of excess on my skin. And the cleanser that I use alongside of that is the Bare Minerals Pure Plush Gentle Deep Cleansing Foam. Now you can see I'm like almost out of this. I've had this for ages, ever since Bare Minerals released the new skincare line. That's when I got this, and it has lasted me forever. Granted, I have, you know, kind of went back and forth a few times with stuff in my collection, but seriously, I have been trying to use this up for probably the past 6 months, and it's finally paying off. This is a wonderful cleanser. I really enjoy it. I like the formula. It's a cream cleanser. There is no slip to this cleanser, so if you're used to something that leaves your skin feeling, oh my gosh, can I talk today? If you are used to a cleanser that has slip to it, and by slip I mean after you've washed your face you can glide your fingers across your face and there's still a little bit of a slip to it, this is not the cleanser for that. This does not have any slip to it, but it doesn't bother me. I think it makes my face feel super clean. Love the formula. I'm a huge fan of most of Bare Minerals cleansers, so yeah, this is also in my opinion a reasonably priced cleanser, and it's gonna last you a long time. You only need a little small dot of this, so I use this alongside of my Foreo and also just with my hands after I've used my pre-cleanse. Next up is toner, and I never thought that I would be the type of person to use toner, because when you think of a toner, you think of an astringent, you think of something that has alcohol in it, and just something that kind of stings. And I was introduced to this through a campaign I did with Paula's Choice last year. So I've been using this for over a year, and it's the Paula's Choice Resist Advanced Replenishing Toner. This is awesome. I have never tried a toner like this, and to my understanding most of her toners are like this formula. This is a milky formula toner. It doesn't even feel like what you would think a toner would feel like. It feels more like a moisturizer. So you just put this onto a cotton pad, and after you've cleansed your skin you just go around your face with this, and this is supposed to smooth wrinkles, build collagen in your skin, and calm redness, and it just feels so good, you guys. It is an awesome product. I love Paula's Choice skincare. Probably about 4 months ago, all of my skincare would have been Paula's Choice, but I've since used it up. There's still things I'm going to repurchase from her. I think it's a great affordable skincare line, and this is just something that I'm still using, still trying to use up, and I will repurchase just because it leaves my face feeling soft, and you never hear that with toners. You just don't. It's just something that is not associated with a basic toner. So I love that. I use it to just, again, tone my skin, and it also just picks up anything that's left excess around like your ears, around your, you know, forehead and jawline. So that's basically how I use that. The next part I will run into is my anti-aging products. I like to apply them first before I do any type of moisturizer or eye cream, which eye cream most of the time is anti-aging. But the product I've been using for, again, probably the past 4 to 5 months is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Line Serum. I really like this. I talked about this in a favorites, and I really do believe that this helps my forehead lines. This is really the only area I use this on my skin is my forehead. I use a little bit around my smile lines, but I use this primarily for my forehead because that's where my lines are visible. And I really do feel like it helps to tone them down. I don't know, something when I started using this, I just felt like I saw my lines less. And so this is a product I will probably repurchase. I'm getting close to being out of it. And yeah, something about it I really do enjoy. Next two products are from Dermalogica, and I alternate these. I use one for a specific reason and the other for another reason, or on certain days, I guess I should say. So when my skin is doing pretty well, it's kind of on the normal to dry side, which it has been recently thanks to a lot of these products. I will use the Dermalogica Hydrating Skin Booster. This is a fluid that it almost creates like a protective barrier on your skin to keep moisture in. It honestly doesn't feel moisturizing when you apply it. It really just soaks in super quick, but I can tell when I use it, my skin just feels that much more soft. And I just think that this is a great product. You're supposed to mix this with a moisturizer. I just apply it straight to my face. I mean, I don't know if that's like illegal in Dermalogica's world, but technically you are supposed to mix this in with a moisturizer. I don't. I just apply it straight from the bottle onto my face, and I can really tell a difference when I use this. So this is a little guy I really love. Now when my skin is feeling really dry, I've got those dry patches, I will use the Dermalogica Phyto Replenish Oil. This is very similar to the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate Serum that I used to use and that I used to be in love with. It has the exact same feel, the exact same texture. Heck, I would not be surprised if they are exactly the same. So it says it's a feather light treatment oil that reinforces the skin's protective barrier. And you know, it just, when you have dry skin, oils feel good on your face. So this is what I'll use if my skin is feeling extra dry. I'll skip on that hydrating skin booster and I'll just go in with the oil because it just relieves my dryness. Next part is the eye cream that I've been using, and this is brand new. I don't even know if it's out yet, but I just had to mention it because it is thebomb.com, and it is the new Dermalogica Stress Positive Eye Lift. So this is kind of a bunch of things in one. So I really love the packaging on this. It has a little metal tip and it feels so cooling on your eyes in the morning. And this is supposed to lift your eyes. It's supposed to be an eye mask. And let me just read you the description. It says it's a high performance eye treatment that energizes the skin to reduce visible signs of stress. Active cooling gel cream minimizes the appearance of puffiness and dark circles, increases the skin luminosity, and firms to help restore the skin barrier. So I love this. I can tell a difference in my eyes, especially in the morning when I use this product, and I think it is wonderful. I just love the metal tip applicator. I've only been using this for 2 weeks now, I think. It is like totally brand new, but I have noticed such a difference in my under eye. I was using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and it was just okay. I was using it because that's what I had. This, however, is awesome. I noticed the puffiness to go away almost immediately in the mornings, and it just makes applying concealer and everything just so easy. I love this. Once this comes out, I don't think it's out yet, but once it does, I definitely encourage you to at least sample it. Okay, so getting down to the last part, this is moisturizer. I always moisturize last, and this I really feel like has been the #1 lifesaver for me. I think it has really transformed my skin, and it's really left my skin with that normal dry skin type instead of just being excessively dry. And it's the Dermalogica Intensive Moisture Balance. This stuff is no joke. It is amazing. It makes my skin feel so soft. I have not had dry patches on my face in, I can't remember. Ever since I started using this regularly, like morning and night, this has just cleared up those dry patches so well. And I initially did not think that this would be anything because the formula on it is actually more like a traditional moisturizer. It's not very thick, but it's not super thin. It's just kind of somewhere in between. I generally prefer a super thick moisturizer, but this is not thick at all. And when you apply it, you think like, oh my gosh, this really isn't gonna do much for my dry skin. But let me be the first to tell you, this feels so good. I'm almost out. I have like this much left. I will be repurchasing, and probably the bigger size. This does come in a larger size. I just recently found out. I was on Ulta, or actually I went to Ulta the other day, and I was looking at all the Dermalogica stuff that I wanted to add into my routine, and I saw that they had a bigger size of this. Trust me, I will be repurchasing. This is one of the best moisturizers I have tried in a really long time. It feels amazing. It just makes my face feel soft all the dang time. all the dang time. Last but not least, I know people talk about masks. I'm not a big mask person. I might do a Glam Glow mask or a sheet mask maybe once a month. But I will say the one that I've been using, I will go ahead and mention because I feel like some people might ask. It's the Peter Thomas Roth Brightening Bubbling Mask, and this is just cool. Like, that's why I've been using it. Honestly, it is cool. It goes from a gel, and then once you apply it to your face, it bubbles up and you look like a big foam monster. My skin feels super soft after I use this, and I have no complaints with it. I think it's really cool, innovative, and it's what I've been using as a mask, in case anyone was wondering. Alright guys, so that is my full skincare routine. I hope it did not overwhelm you. I hope you got some good product recommendations in here. Especially from the Dermalogica line. I really have just been so flippin' impressed. And this is not sponsored by Dermalogica. They did send me their products to try, but I just genuinely have been loving them. And I love using one brand as a whole skincare routine. I don't mind adding a few things, you know, here and there that are from a different brand. I don't know. I don't know if it's like an OCD thing, but do you guys feel complete when all of your skincare products are just from one brand? Because I do. So probably eventually, except for like my toner and the It Cosmetics Bye Bye lines and like my makeup remover wipes, a lot of my stuff will be Dermalogica until it just stops working for me. But hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you got some product recommendations. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.